Okay guys, so we are here today to make a flight with the Fokker100. Today this flight will depart from Berlin-Tegel, and we are here parked at the gate number 2, and the destination will be Cologne, Bonn in Germany. So let's take a look to the chart for the flight. We are actually parked here in the park number 2. Let's take a look to the flight plan. So this will be our standard departure. We will depart from runway 26 left from Berlin-Tegel, and we will go following this standard departure, which is the Brain to Lima, which will lead us to Brain waypoint here, and from Brain we will start following our route, which is this. So Brain direct Brain, then Quebec 201 to Galku, then Burel, then Powell, Powder, and then direct Kopag, from which we will start our standard arrival, which will be the Copa 32 for an ILS for runway 32 right at Cologne. So the weather en route will be pretty good. You can see Cologne here, just here, and Berlin-Tegel is there. Our altitude will be flight level 200, and as you can see we have 15 knots from northeast toward all the route, crossing all the route, no more than 18 knots from east-northeast. So pretty good weather. So okay, here we are in the cockpit and of my multi-touch simulator, and now we can start up the aircraft. So we have the overhead panel and the battery switch is right here, and we start the battery on, check the voltage. Okay, voltage is good. The aircraft is making self-tests, and we can switch on all the electric buses like this, and we have the external power available, so we switch it to on. Everything comes to life. We can reset the HSI. Back to the overhead. And we select the aft overhead panel and start with the test of the aircraft. First of all, fire test, both for engine 1 and engine 2. Then the APU fire. Then we can make the annunciator test. Okay. We switch on all the loops for the fire extinguisher, and we go back to the forward overhead. Switch on the galley power and the battery charger, and then back to the aft overhead and switch on the IRS to nav. Okay, this is ready to align. Now we can go to the FMC here. Check for the database, and the active database is from 21 May to 18 June 2020, so it's updated. Next step is to go to flight plan initialization, and the route will be from eddt to eddk Echo Delta Delta Kilo. Okay. Then we have to align the IRS. So (5233.3) north and 131749. 13174 east. Costings will be 36, and cruise flight level will be 200. Okay, we can align the IRS. Okay, next page. So, block fuel. Block fuel is 4.61, so we insert 4.61 in the block fuel. Zero for weight for this flight is 33.7 tons, and the system automatically calculates the takeoff gross weight. The center of gravity is 24.2. So 24.2. Sorry. 0.2 in the CG window. Okay. Everything is good. Back to the previous page, and we insert the cruise wind here, and the cruise wind will be from 06080 knots. Okay, let's go to the flight plan page and insert a standard departure from Berlin. So runway 26 left, and which is our departing runway, and C will be the brain to Lima. We insert this. Okay, and from the brain waypoint we select the airway and start with the input of the runway. The first step is Quebec 2 runway, airway Quebec 201. So Quebec 201 to Podder. Okay, we insert all the waypoints: Galku, Burel, Povel, Podder. Okay, and from Podder we go direct to Kopan. And from Copag we will insert the standard arrival while on cruise, so we clear the discontinuity and we are done. So next step is to go to the takeoff approach page and input the V1, VR and V2 speeds. Our weight is 38.5 tons and more or less, and if we take a look at the checklists for the speeds, we can see that for 40 tons weight we have to input V1 and VR both at 138 knots and V2 143 knots. So we go back to the FMC and input those speeds. So 138 knots both for V1 and VR, and 143 knots for V2. Okay, this is done. Back to the flight plan page. And now we are ready to configure the Fcas. So both flight directors on, 1 and 2, and on the yes selector we place the V2 plus 5, which is 148 knots, and on the altitude selector we are cleared to 5,000 feet, for example. Okay, so set the navigation and profile. The nav mode is armed. And here on the EFIS panel we set 15 miles, traffic and constraints are on, and the route is already displayed on the navigation display. And I think that we are ready. So we can get back to the overhead panel and switch to the forward overhead and start the APU.
So APU is ready to start now.
Okay. Starting APU.
APU is starting.
If you take a look on the last monitor here, you can see the AGT of the APU coming up. And in a few seconds the APU will be ready to give electrical power.
APU is available.
Okay, electrical power is available. So we switch electrical power from the APU to on, and we can now switch off the external power. So we are ready to start the engines, and so probe heat and pitot heat all on, and the fuel pumps go all to on. Passengers are already boarding, so we can switch on no smoking on seatbelts. We can switch on the beacon and nav light. Okay, take a look to the... Okay, the boarding is complete. take a look to the generator of the APU. Okay, 114 volts is okay.
APU bleed online.
Okay, APU bleed is online, so we can switch on the packs for the air conditioning. And now we can ask for pushback. Okay, we are commencing pushback. Here comes the tug car and the finger is retracting. We can disconnect the external power. Okay, parking brake is released.
Okay, starting pushback.
Okay, we are pushing back. So we switch off the packs for the engine start. Okay, engine starter on and starting number 2.
Starting number 2. In one rising.
Switch on the TRP. And starting number 1.
Starting number 1. In one rising. Fuel flow checked. Number 1 is stabilized.
Alright. I think that the cabin is ready for departure, so we answer the call from the cabin switching this button.
Cabin is secure.
Okay, cabin is secured. Okay, generator for the engines are on. We can switch on the packs again. brakes are set. Switch on all the hydraulics pumps and switch to the back overhead and switch on all the flight augmentation system. Very good. Okay, we are ready to taxi. So we taxi to the runway 23 left. Okay, cabin crew prepare for takeoff.
Cabin crew prepare for takeoff.
Takeoff configuration.
Landing and strobe lights on.
And we can align to the runway 26 left for the departure. Set the auto brake to RTO. Okay. Ready? And toggle. Speed alive. Check. Rotate. Positive rate. Gear up. And into the flight director here. Check. Nav. Check. Check. Autopilot 1.
To go.
And clear to flight level 200. Check.
Transition. My side is standard. TCAS is above and power is ejected.
Okay, my side set to standard. Okay, coming to 10,000. lights off.
Passing once without ready lights.
Check. Switch the TRP off and descend our first phase of flight. The second part will be